Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. If anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategic or compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video we're going to be looking at SMCI, Supermicro Computer, and asking the question, will it 2x? This is a stock that has been featured on a number of occasions and currently in excellent momentum. We're also been looking at earnings for grab. Then we're going to be looking at DOGE and the SEC and the $5,000 potential dividend for every American family, and also finishing off by having a look at a review of the weekly watch list. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first of all, we can see here for CNBC, the Dow Jones was down 400 points. The S&P 500 was also retreating. There were concerns about Walmart forecast, and I think Walmart currently 6% down. Possibly a good buying opportunity. And we can also see here in terms of jobs news from Reuters that the US weekly jobs list claims were up slightly, and I think approximately 5,000, an increase of 5,000. So let's now move on to have a look at other stock market news. So in terms of Palantir, shared live in the Discord, Palantir was down 13% on fears of the Pentagon reducing funding for defense, and I think it has pulled back to just 8% down. Good news for Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. The Q3 revenue was up 8% to approximately $38.4 billion, and I think the stock was also up close to 8%. So congratulations to everybody holding BABA. So let's now have a look at earnings for Grab. So remember, Grab was the stock that featured on the previous channel. So in terms of the beat, revenue was a significant beat, and it beat guidance by 4.1%. They did miss on GMV by 1.2%. EBITDA was also a beat. However, we can see in terms of why the stock did go down, and that was with regard to guidance. So revenue guidance was missed by 0.7%, and EBITDA guidance was missed by 7%. So if we have a look at additional figures for Grab in terms of the earnings, we can see here, first of all, 19% 2-year compound annual growth rate versus 36.9%. So let's now have a look at a statement from the CEO, and what he stated is the fourth quarter was our strongest quarter ever. We finished 2024 with on-demand GMV growth accelerating to 20% year on year, and I believe the stock price has recovered to just over $4.89, so possibly a good buying opportunity for Grab. And the final stock we're going to look at is Meta, ticker symbol META, and that has closed a 20-day winning streak with a decline of 3%. So congratulations to everybody holding Meta. Let's now have a look at SMCI, also known as Supermicro Computer. This is a stock that has been featured on a number of occasions on the channel and potentially one of the most volatile stocks in the S&P 500. So we're going to have a look at the chart for the previous 5 days, and we can see it is up a very impressive 52%, currently trading at $59.27, and also up slightly in the after hours. And at one time we can also see it traded in the previous month at $65.37, sorry, in the previous week. So let's now have a look at the question, could this now potentially 2x, because there is some news. We're going to share some potential upcoming news and catalysts for SMCI. So first of all, we can see here headline, SMCI stock to 2x, and the history here is at one time it was trading around about $4 per share February 2022 to around $56 today, and we also know it was trading much higher earlier before the 80% drop in SMCI. So the surge has been fueled by increasing demand for server systems, including the potential for AI, and that stock is certainly primed for this potential in AI to certainly benefit from that. So the stock has obviously had this 80% for reduction. So the reason for that was the delay in the filing and also a major sell-off due to regulatory concerns. So in terms of the portfolio, as I said, it's outperforming the S&P 500 in the year 2025. So currently trading approximately 25x estimated trailing earnings and 15x projected for the fiscal year 2026 earnings. So in terms of potentially could this 2x, so the question is to this question, the answer is certainly yes. So the company's earnings are expected to double from the fiscal year 2024 levels in the coming years, and they have also confirmed that the delayed 10K report is on track for submission to the SEC by February the 25th, so currently only 4 days away. And in 2025 the stock is up approximately 60%. So let's have a look at why people love SMCI. So first of all, they have significant growth, including revenue growth currently at 67%. The projected revenue growth, we're looking at $40 billion, although that's ambitious, and I think that's also one of the reasons why the stock is certainly extremely volatile. So the surge has also seen the stock outperform Palantir, which is one of the most loved stocks on the S&P 500, and it is now up 98% in 2025. Let's have a look at MMTLP and also the news with regard to Doge and the $5,000 potential dividend to every American family. So in the previous video we shared news in terms of Doge also announcing the Doge SEC Twitter handle, or should we say X handle, and the DMs are now open, so the MMTLP community can certainly go ahead and message them with their concerns. So what I'm going to share with you now is a post with regard to the $5,000 dividend to every American household. So this was a news shared in Bloomberg, and what I've posted here is that Doge dividends will be funded by the money that is cut or defunded from prior funds allocated by Congress, setting up a situation that would likely involve wrangling over the Impoundment Control Act of 1974. So it restricts a president from withholding funds that were appropriate to Capitol Hill, but it also constitutionally would be appealed to the Supreme Court. So we're not there yet, and the law may also be amended by Congress with rescissions, or i.e. cancel funds, and we could also see a return to the Republican control in Congress, and that would have 45 days to decide their fate. So the question I'm asking is, tagging in Doge SEC, should also potentially look into MMTLP, the MMTLP fiasco, and also look at potentially giving some form of financial resolution to the 65,000 plus investors. So let's see how this $5,000 dividend to the American families progresses, and if there are any further developments we will share. So with regard to Tommy, shout out him, post here to Tommy with regard to MMTLP, tagging in Doge as well. He stated, read below, it is exactly what we would call waste, fraud and abuse. Here is a perfect example. Several other institutions are going broker to broker right now, right into our regulator, tagging in FINRA, and also millions of trades of billions of synthetic shares. So he's tagged in Doug Sifu, who stated, the office number being tomorrow, get your better execution quality and save the exchange and ATS fees you're paying for inferior quality, and let me know how that works. Final post I'm going to share is from John Berder, who's tagged in George Palikaros and stated here, I have the emails to show the fact that the OTC did not care that the information on their site was fraudulent as it related to the trading on MMTLP, and he has also showed that the OTC markets will get their subpoena in one form or another soon. So it looks like nothing is going away. So either the OTC markets, FINRA, SEC, broker dealers, market makers, etc., one of them must eventually must crack. So and finally I'm going to finish off by sharing with you a review of the previous week's weekly watch list. Remember, the next weekly watch list will be shared prior to trading on a Monday. In the previous week we had a great call on DOMH, that was up over 210%. SMCI, which just featured today, up over 26%, and we've seen right now also up close to 52% right now of the previous 5 days. So keep an eye out on SMCI. MODV also up 11.6%, and UPST up over 15.3%. So finally, thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.